Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Tek Torrent Podcast. This is episode number 46 of the year. How's everyone doing today? We got something a little special today. We got a UPS right here, which is a uninterruptible power supply, and we're going to be doing a good old-fashioned lithium-ion battery upgrade. These are lithium? No, these are lithium irons. Yes, these are lithium iron upgrades. So how's everyone doing? Let's take a look at chat real quick, see who's here. Power Minds, how you doing, man? Thank you for joining the live stream. Haven't seen you in a little bit. Thank you for coming by. All right, guys. So, like I said, today we're gonna be working on this UPS. This is a big boy, and I actually broke it a little earlier, so now the top doesn't stay in. But no, that's fine. That's fine because you know why that's fine, guys? I have something special for you, which is the top cam. That's right, folks. I got this set up and I think I got it working now. I don't think it's gonna have too many problems. So let's take a look here. Make sure this is working. By the way, guys, if you can hear me, can see me, all that good stuff, just let me know. Let me know how my audio is. It should be nice and clear. It shouldn't be muffled like last week. It should be crisp, very good. The picture quality should also be very good. I'm getting green lights on everything on my end, so just let me know there's any hiccups or anything. All right, let's take a look at chat real quick. PowerMind says yes, it's been a while. Yes, it definitely has been a while. It's been a little bit. Glad to see you here though. I'm glad you're here, man. All right, so without further ado, we're gonna get started on this UPS. So before we do that, of course, I gotta tie my hair back. Safety first, right? We don't want our hair getting caught in any of the electronics, or leaving hair in it, more likely than not. Okay. Let's make sure all that's good. All right, I think we're good. I don't see any problems on my end. Okay. So I'm gonna put my gloves on and we're gonna get started. So yeah, like I said, guys, unfortunately, I did break these tabs right here. So now it just kind of stays out like that. But not to worry, we're gonna not let that deter us, and we're going to continue on. Oh, I see the top cam is chopping off my head a little bit. Let me try to fix that just a tiny bit, because I don't want that to be too bad. Let me just try to do this in real time real quick. This is what happens when you don't double check your stuff, people. You always want to double check your things. I think we got it. Almost there. Just bear with me. Okay, there we go. How's that? Yep. Okay, now my head's not being chopped off in the top cam view, so good. All right, so we're just gonna go ahead and take the front cover of this off. It is incredibly heavy, this thing. I don't know exactly how much it weighs, but it weighs quite a bit. So we're gonna push these two tabs right here. Let's see if we can zoom in, give you guys a better view of what I'm doing here. There we go. So we're gonna push these two tabs in right here, push them down, and there's little clips. And unfortunately, I did break the ones on the top. So zoom back out. Let's put this down. Yeah, this is a big boy. It's heavy, a little dusty too. And we got the ribbon cable that controls the like the display and stuff and the buttons. Don't need that right now. And let's see. We should probably unbox these batteries real quick, shouldn't we? It's Dakota lithium batteries. Yeah, let's do that real quick. So this is what they look like. It's just a 12-volt Dakota lithium 10 amp hour battery. This technically has more amp hours than this, and it's also significantly lighter. It's almost half the weight of a standard battery of this size, and I did look it up. I believe these are the exact ones that go into this UPS. There is a little bit of controversy that some people actually think that you shouldn't put these type of these type of batteries in UPSs are designed for lead acid because they won't charge them at the correct voltage. So even though these have more capacity than a lead acid equivalent, they technically don't get charged to the correct 14 volts or whatever. They only get charged to about 12 volts. So they actually have less than lead acid batteries in this configuration because the charger for this is not designed to charge these specifically, which is a little bit unfortunate. It is, but they are better batteries. Let me get a knife. All right. I'm going to open these up and I'll look at chat in just a moment. Let's see. Let me do the top view here. See what I'm doing. A little bit zoomed in. I can zoom out a little bit. Not that much. So, how is everyone doing today? What you guys got going on in your lives? Anything good? Anything interesting? Let me know in the live chat. Let's see, where the GPU wall says power mines. Ah, okay, so I actually don't have that many GPUs anymore. What happened was I got an offer for all of them all at once that I couldn't really refuse. So I sold them. And I'm going to use that money to actually invest in Tesla solar system. It's going to be the Tesla Powerwall, in fact. So yeah, there's no GPU wall behind me of any kind. There is GPUs in this house, don't get me wrong, it is me, right? But the wall of GPUs is not going to be behind me in that way. I'm also transitioning away from cryptocurrency stuff. It's kind of gotten oversaturated. Not that this field isn't saturated either, but it's kind of oversaturated, and I don't know, man. It's like no matter what you do, what ends up happening is you become someone that has to push a coin that may or not be questioned. It always leads to like pyramid scheme type things. So I'm trying my best to not do that because I don't want to review products or talk about products or coins that can potentially cause people a lot of financial hardship. And that's really difficult to do in the crypto world because you just never know what's going to happen. And at least with like computers and electronics and stuff, this stuff is a little bit more in my alley of stuff, so to speak. So we got our batteries unboxed. We're going to put these right over here for now. And then we're going to continue the disassembly of the UPS. So you can't see from the top cam. I'm going to have to set up a side cam. So I'll try to do a shot from the front so you guys can see. But there's screws on the front. There's these 4 screws right here, right? And these 4 screws, you just take that off and this whole battery compartment is supposed to just slide out. We'll see how accurate that is. This thing is kind of dusty, huh? I should have dusted it before I did anything. So I'm going to go ahead and unscrew the front of this. And I'm actually going to get a parts tray so I don't lose everything. Have it on the floor here in front of the studio. Just get one real quick. It's a good old magnetized parts tray. That way we don't lose all of our screws. I actually got this in automotive school a while back. Fixation 500. How you doing, man? Thanks for coming to the live stream. Good to see you again. I hope everything is going well based on your enhancements from this morning. I hope you've been well, my friend. So I'm just, wow, these screws are like rusted. It's weird. Here, let me show you guys this. This is kind of strange. And then zoom in. All right, so I'm not gonna do this against a black glove because you won't be able to see it. I'm gonna put this on my purple phone, and you can kind of see that screw is rusted. It's not in very good shape. It's kind of strange. And it did come out kind of rough, which is odd, to say the least. Okay, let's see here. Okay, so these other screws. Yeah, they're all rusted. It's weird. I didn't put any water in this thing. Unlike, you know, contrary to popular belief, I don't like to liquid cool everything, guys. The heck? Why is this thing flipping? I have to give this some pressure. Let's see, yep. Got a little slippage going on, but that's okay. Thing must be designed for like really big things. The bit I'm using is kind of small. But we got it out. Really fine threads too. I don't know what that is, but that looks like maybe a 64? I don't know. It's pretty fine. Take a look at chat real quick. Let's see. Fixation 500 says, doing great. Finally home from a kid's birthday party. Oh man, kids' birthday parties are very draining. They definitely take a lot of energy. So yeah, for those of you that are just joining us now, what we're basically doing is we're going to upgrade this UPS right here, right next to me. This is a ultra durable series, I think. Yeah, it's a OPID durable series UPS, and they're pretty decent. So this is what we call a double conversion online UPS. And for those of you that don't know what that means, basically what this UPS is doing that's different from the cheaper APC style, you know, whatever little ones you have under your desk. The reason why this is so big and not as capacitous, you know, not as much capacity or all that. So what happens is AC power comes into this, gets converted to DC, charges the batteries, then that DC from the batteries gets reconverted to AC, then back out of the system. So it's double conversion, so it converts it twice, and it's online, meaning it's online all the time. So this is a very specific type of UPS where this has no switch time because it is always running off the batteries. Now, one downside of it running off the batteries all the time is that, well, the batteries wear out. And right now this has sealed lead acid batteries, so we're gonna replace them with these lithiums. And we might run into some trouble, but you know, hopefully not. So let's do the top view here and I'll show you what I'm doing. So we're just gonna pull on this cover right here. And actually, you guys can't really see, unfortunately. Here, this is probably a better view anyway. Let me do that. So, let's go pull on this cover right here. And it should just kind of come out. So what it is right here, there's like a plug. And that's like the main contact point. Like on a car, almost. Like an electric car. And it's like kind of in there. So we just remove the main contact point. See right there? There's a plug. We do a top view for that one, so you can kind of see the plug right here. So that's basically the plug that plugs into the battery. And on the inside, if I transition over, you can see right here. I know it's hard to see, but it's right there. You can kind of see that's where the plug goes. This plug goes into that. So now that that is out of the way, we have access to the battery module, and it should just slide out. So I'm just going to push this down so that way it's clear, and this thing should just come out. And that's it right there. So we don't need this for a little bit. I'm going to try to carefully put this back together and put it somewhere safe. Oh wow, this thing is a lot lighter now that I've taken the batteries out. Okay, so we got the kind of like the casing that holds the batteries. You can see the lead acid battery right there. We got the battery out of the UPS, and this is what it looks like. So it's just, it looks like a magazine out of a projectile device. Maybe a really big projectile. Okay, never mind, take that back. It looks like a very stubby projectile non-AR, because I would never talk about that on stream, device. That's really big, just sized up quite a bit. So let's see, I gotta remember how you take this apart, because I remember it's like a clamshell design, kind of like this. Got 2 screws right there, 2 screws right there. And we're gonna be careful to not strip anything. Let me take a look at chat real quick. Let's see, Soul7, how you doing, man? Thank you for coming to the party. And Soul7, also just want to say thank you for being a loyal follower. That is why you have that thing next to your name. Oh, I'm not looking at you guys. There we go. Now I'm looking at you guys. Soul7, thanks for coming by. Techman TY, LiPo battery. Yes, these are, you can, yeah, if you're just joining us right now, can see the battery right there. Or actually, you know what? Let me use my technology. So you can see this is the battery right there. Dakota lithium, baby. And it is a LiPo battery. Oh wait. Sorry, what am I saying? I already said this earlier. This is not a LiPo battery. I think lithium. This is a lithium iron battery. So they're supposedly more durable and all that good stuff. Okay, let's take a look at chat here. Techman TY says, I would make sure the UPS is unplugged and make sure your plus and negative is not shorted. Yes, that is a very good point. So I've actually already worked on this UPS and I made a video about that. That's on my channel if you guys want to check out. It's way more entertaining to watch than this. I've worked on one of these before. This is basically exactly the same thing, except the internal hardware is designed for 1000 voltage units or whatever the hell they call it. It's 1000 watts only. The other one was 1500 watts, so this is only 1000 watts, even though it's basically got the same stuff. Techman TY says, I've replaced hundreds of batteries and never had that happen until then. Yeah, I don't want that to happen to me. I had a retinal burn from it. Whoa, that's not good. That sucks. Fixation 500, demonetized. Yeah, that's what I get for talking about. I'm not gonna say it. It's probably not kosher right now. Techman TY says, been helping the wife. Nice, man. Matt Bloomfield, some battery packs have chips that prevent you from replacing batteries. They claim it's to prevent hazards, but it's just about creating a walled garden. Yes, so I have already confirmed that this does not have any security features to prevent you from replacing your own batteries. I am using one of these. So these have a built-in BMS right up here, right in this red cap area. I haven't had any problems with it. I've been using them on my main computer for like almost 2 years now. That's a 1500 watt unit. I'm actually gonna, so I don't really need to take more than 1000 watts anymore, at least for my computer. So I might swap them. So I might bring the 1500 watt down here because this entire studio is not backed up at the moment. If the power goes out, my stream gets cut. The lights go out, everything gets cut. So I'm gonna eventually set it up to where this entire room is on a 1500 watt UPS. That way, if we lose power, I have time to end the stream, say goodbye, all that good stuff. I don't just disappear. We don't want that. All right, guys, we're gonna continue on this teardown. We're gonna go ahead and take these screws out, the ones up here. So these are short screws, so I will keep that in mind. I'll give us a little zoom here, that way you guys can get a little bit closer. And yeah, if anything looks different or if it sounds funny, just let me know, because I am monitoring it. It's right in front of me, but you guys would probably catch it before me. And let me know how this drill sounds versus my voice when I'm using it. Like, how loud is it actually? Let me know in live chat, because I put on a bunch of filters and I don't know if that gets filtered out. Okay, here we go. So it just comes off like that. Now, this is where I need to be careful, because this wiring is very specific. And I don't want to screw that up, like, at all. So I'm going to actually take a bunch of pictures. That way I know what's going on. Because I don't want to screw this up. I don't want to wire these the incorrect way. So are these glued in? I don't think these would be glued in because this isn't a metal casing and it does not need to be glued in. Do one of these. Yep, they're not. They're just in there by friction. Just kind of jimmying it out and being very careful not to bother anything too much. Okay, I'm gonna actually leave it in this orientation so I don't forget where the batteries go. We don't want that to happen. Okay, let's take a look at chat real quick. See what's going on, y'all. Demod. Fixation 500 says, have you taken those Dakota batteries apart? I have not personally taken them apart before, but I have seen videos of them, and almost every lithium battery pack has a BMS in it. In fact, I think every one of them in like this configuration has one. I don't think there is a lithium battery that doesn't have a BMS of any kind in it. I think it has to have one, otherwise it won't work correctly with these type of swap replacement type things. You know, I don't know if it would work correctly. So yeah, I've seen videos of them cutting the top off and checking it out. Dakota Lithium is kind of expensive, but I mean, they got a lot of brand recognition, and they had a sale at the time. So I actually bought these like 2 years ago. I just haven't had time to get around to this until now. And you know, it's a lot more fun to do during a live stream than just me sitting here and talking, right? Matt Bloomfield, barely noticeable. Oh, are you talking about the drill? Oh, that's good though, that's good. That means my voice is coming in loud and clear, but the drill is not, which is what I want. All right, let's go back to, we're gonna keep it on this view. Yeah, these are tight, man. I don't think we're gonna have to worry about it. They're pretty tight. Yes, Fixation, I know what you're about to say. Okay. Yeah, they're tight. I don't think it's gonna really be a problem. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead. That makes it so I can't put this in wrong, basically. There we go. And that's kind of cool. You can also kind of see the Dakota Lithium logo just kind of peeking out there. It's kind of nice. Okay, just make sure everything's nice and flush. Everything's in. And we should probably check for power, right? Do I have my voltmeter here? If I don't have my voltmeter here, I'm not gonna do it. I don't see it, I'm not gonna do it. I don't know. Oh, that voltmeter is way upstairs, man. I'm not gonna run up there and get it. It's on the 3rd floor. Techman TY says fire. What? No fire. We don't want no fire here. Soul7 says ... cut. I hope not, dude. If a cable got cut right now and is shorted against this metal, I would know. I would have to evacuate this room, or at least carry this outside. Okay, let's get these screws in here. So, I did some yard work today. Cut down a tree. If you're in the Discord, you would have seen the pictures I posted. I cut down a tree in front of my house, and I chopped it into little pieces and put it out on the street, because this week the city is going to pick up all the trees, all the like yard waste. The town I live in does this twice a year, once now and once in the right before winter. So I'm gonna get these down close, but not all the way, and I'm gonna go to the other side. Nope, I don't smell any burning. I think we're good. So I'm kind of curious as to what these other holes are. Like, these holes are tapped. No idea what those do, though. So these batteries should last the lifetime of this UPS. I think the UPS would probably go bad before these batteries go bad. I mean, more likely than not, these batteries are going to get calendar aged before anything else happens, to be honest. If you guys don't know what that means, it means when basically more time has gone by than the useful life cycles of the battery have been used. So it's time is going to kill the battery because of being old, and not necessarily cycle life. Nowadays, these lithium ion batteries are so good that you're more likely to calendar age a battery than actually running too many cycles on it. So that's nice and tight. That looks good. Let's take a look at chat real quick. Let's see here. We got Johnny English Tech. Assume there's power. Yes. I'm just gonna assume there's power because I'm not gonna go get my voltmeter. Techman TY says, you forgot the Sharpie. I write today's date when I change them. You know what? That I will do. You know what? I'll do you one better than a Sharpie. You wait 1 second. I'm gonna go get something real quick. I'm gonna get off camera and break all the rules of having a live stream. And I just happen to have one of my favorite devices, which is this. It's a label maker. So let's do that actually. Let's put today's date in here. Let's put today's date in here. Let's see. Oh, we are zoomed in. Okay. So you guys can actually, yeah, you guys can't actually see that, huh? Oh, that sucks. There we go. What if I do that? I'm gonna have to change up the bright. There we go. Now you can see it. Okay, so today is the 13th. So 05-13-2023. So just like that. And you know what? I'll put the time too. It is currently 7:35 p.m. Where do I do that? Nope. So it's shift 35 p.m. Oh, oops. I put it on really big font, so it's huge. There we go. And then, what did we do at this time? I don't know. We could have done anything. We're going to put battery changed. Battery space chain caps CHANGED. So it's gonna have the date and battery change, and I just happen to have orange labels in here because I was doing other stuff around the house. So go ahead and delete that all out there so it's not there anymore. And we're gonna go ahead and put this on the front side of our battery. So this is the front side, and we're just gonna put that right there on the base. Because this right here, this is the part that's on, this is the bottom of the front of the unit. When you take off the cover, this is the first thing you'll see. So we're gonna go ahead and put that in there. Let me get that more in the middle for you. So I hope everyone's having a wonderful day today. Everyone's having a good time. Nothing too crazy going on, I hope. Like I said, I cut a tree this week. Today, and that was fun. Cut the tree down. I unalived it, according to my neighbor. My neighbor comes running over and goes, "Hey, can I have that wood?" I'm like, "Yeah, you can have the wood. I don't care." I'm actually gonna put the label on the side here because I don't want to cover up anything on the battery. Any like serial numbers or barcodes or anything. There we go. Hopefully that lasts quite a while. Yeah, I even have the time here, so you know I'm pretty accurate. No one else puts the time, man. I'm detailed. Watch, I'm gonna put this thing in the machine and it's not gonna work. I hope it does work though. There's no reason for it to not work. Okay. You know, I gotta say the color saturation. So what you guys are seeing, right? Yeah, so the color saturation is not correct. I'm gonna have to fix that on the camera. This looks so vibrant. This does not look that vibrant in the camera. That's weird. All right, let's take a look at chat real quick. What we got going on here? Techman TY, nice man. Gonna print. You had all the toys. I am over her scribing. Over her scribing? What do you mean, Techman TY? Johnny English says, least you forget the YouTube video on this entire event. Yeah, I know, right? At least I forgot about the day I made it, right? Today has such driving terrible people out on the road. Oh man, yeah, I know how that feels, man. So I drive a car that has semi-autonomous features. So on the highway, I don't have to touch the wheel. I can just sit back and relax. The thing is, the car doesn't know when people are doing bad things. So people do bad things all the time and it freaks the car out and it shuts off. It's so annoying. Like I could go for hours without touching the wheel, but when bad people are around, it's like every couple of minutes. John English, that orange is incredibly orange. Yeah, it does, right? It looks crazy orange. It's not that orange. I think there's some saturation settings on the top cam I gotta look at. For those of you that don't know or weren't here, the top cam is actually a Sony ZV-1, and I bought this JVC remote or JJC remote. It's like, I don't know, $15. The Sony one's like $100. It's very expensive, and it does exactly the same thing. And this lets me remotely control zoom in and out, which is so convenient. And this was actually the camera I used, the top cam that is. It's the same camera I used to do the live stream when I was upstairs in the office. So now we're in the studio with our live streams and we can do this and have zoom capability on our top cam. I wish it got a little bit closer though. The macro function's not that good, which in my opinion, I think that's more important. John English says it looked great, man. Oh, I'm glad it looks good. Techman TY says you have a better chance of being lithium than SLA or AMG, letting them sit 2 years. Yeah, exactly. So they sat around for quite a bit, unfortunately, and I'm just getting to putting these in now. Techman TY says I scribed the stuff with a Sharpie. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I used to do Sharpies, but so I actually have this label maker I've gotten years ago, and I actually have a whole bunch of magazines. I have a whole bunch of colors, right? I have a whole bunch of these. Like I have like 6 of these, like blue, green, red, yellow, white. You know, I have a whole bunch, and you might see in the update video I do about the house, I went around to all the circuits, all the sockets, and tracing what breaker they went to. So if something goes out or if I'm having a problem with the circuit, I know, like for example, there's a light switch right on the side of me that says breaker 17, front room light and outlets. So I know that all the outlets in this room are in the same breaker, same circuit as that light switch right there. So I got a lot of colors for that reason. All right, let me put these away and we're gonna reassemble this battery. And when we reassemble it, hopefully there isn't any type of unintended combustion, shall we say. We don't want any unintended combustion around here. So let's not do that. And I'm gonna, of course, appropriately dispose of the lithium batteries that are no longer needed. So let's go ahead and flip this over. Take a look at chat real quick, then we'll go back to the assembly. John English Tech says, hopefully the BMS is still good. You may have to jump them. That is a good point. I actually totally forgot about that with lithium batteries and their BMS. I hope I don't have to do that because then I have to take it all back apart and do all sorts of song and dance. So hopefully that's not a problem. PowerMind says, TekShinji, have you seen any of my videos by chance? I don't know. I'll be honest. There's a lot of YouTubers I'm subscribed to, and I have everyone turned off. Not just you, literally everyone. I don't have anyone's notifications turned on. I did like 2 years ago, and it was just overwhelming. I couldn't handle basically getting a ping like every couple of minutes. So I have everyone's notifications turned off. Nothing against you, but if you want to, actually, hold on, let me see. Yeah, you won't be able to link it here, but I'll go check out your channel afterwards. Techman TY, his meter's upstairs. John English. Yeah, my meter is on the 3rd floor of this building. I could go get it. Okay, let me know in live chat if you really want me to go get it. I will go get it. And you can listen to me via audio on the amazing journey to the 3rd floor of my house. Matt Boomfield says, what's the lifespan on lithium batteries? Is that the case with your solar panel batteries? What about the charge life? So there's many different chemistries of lithium. Lithium is just the base. There's a lot of different chemistries on the anode and cathode type thing, and it gets into way more complicated stuff. But basically, there is a type of chemistry called lithium iron, right, or life batteries, and those are very durable regarding their cycle life and like charging and discharging. They're pretty good, and of course, iron is a lot cheaper than cobalt or nickel. So it's cheaper to make. It's more durable. It can last longer. The only downside with LFP batteries, lithium iron phosphate, is that they also don't have as much capacity. So these batteries technically don't have as much capacity as a lithium ion battery of a different kind, but they still have more capacity than the sealed lead acid batteries that we just took out. And I did explain earlier that because lithium batteries like to have a higher charge voltage, like 14 volts, I think it's 14.3, I gotta remember, 13.7, that's right. Sealed lead acid batteries do not like being at 13.7, like being around 12. So that extra 1 volt on all the batteries will technically convert to lower capacity. So even though the system here, the charging system in this UPS is designed to charge sealed lead acid batteries, it can still work with lithium batteries. The lithium batteries just won't be charged to their full potential, their full capacity. And to be honest, it's fine, because when you do the math and the numbers, it's almost the same. You basically have no capacity loss versus sealed lead acid. And regarding aging and time, so lithium iron batteries, right? LFP batteries have cycle lives in the thousands. They're really good. And basically that's like 10 years. So you will literally calendar age this battery before you ever cycle age it. It'll go bad with time before, 10 years is a long time. In 10 years, I hope I don't have this UPS still. I've had this for 5 years. I got this a long time ago for my 3D printing venture, because you didn't want the printers to go offline. I need something heavy duty. But in 5 years, I hope to have a nice server rack in this house with some server grade lithium backup batteries. At least that's my plan. LiPo has excellent cycle count. Yes. Life batteries do. Yeah, lithium iron batteries have very good cycle count. Techman TY says that way they can explode outside my house and trout 300 pounds of sand in a plastic container over the top of them. They go, yeah. So have you guys seen what the fire department does? This is just a quick tangent. Have you guys seen what the fire department does when it comes to lithium battery fires in cars? They literally get a shipping container, right? One of those like dumpster containers with the top open. They push the car into it and they bury the whole thing with sand, and they leave it like that for a week. That's standard procedure in a lot of fire departments. It's pretty crazy stuff. Okay, so I hear the suspense mounting. No one is telling me to go get the meter, and I've been talking for a little bit, so I'm just gonna slam it in this baby and we're gonna see what happens. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and undo the tabs on the top right there. Just like that. And then we're gonna flip it to its side. And then I'm gonna change the position of this, that way you guys can see what I'm doing. So right there on the front, this thing off. Get that low. And then we're gonna go ahead and slide the magazine, battery magazine, into the machine. Uh-oh, I'm getting stuck on something. What am I getting stuck on? Let me take a look inside. Oh, the battery, there's something on the top of the magazine, the cavity, so it's got to be flat. So I'm actually gonna do it like this. It's got to be actually flat. So I'm gonna go ahead and do one of these and try to slide it in. There we go. Goes in just like that. Man, this reminds, like this whole slidey, this thing like going in like that just reminds me of the Ghostbusters when they put that ghost capture cartridge into the machine. Just kind of reminds me of that. I know it's nothing at all like that, but it just kind of gives me that nostalgic feeling. So now this is the part where we could run into problems. What I'm going to do now is, see this plate right here? This is the same plate with the plug on it right here, these contacts. So let me transition to the top view so you guys can see. So this is the plate, there's contacts right there, and there's contacts in here right on top. That's the ones we saw earlier, and this is going to slide into the battery, and it's going to connect to the system. It's going to put power into the system. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Kind of ginger about it, and not do anything too crazy. Okay, we're active. We're on. All right, now give this a test. I'm gonna turn it on. Oh, we got power. We got a beep. That's cool. Ready on. It says it's on. Yep, battery mode. I don't know if you guys. Yep, battery mode, and it's on. So that's cool. Let's give it a power test, right? Let's plug something into it. Yep, my fan's running. I can feel that. Let me see. Do I have anything to plug into it here? What about a TV, right? How about we plug a TV into it? All right, we got a TV right here. Yeah, you guys can't really see that, can you? Hold on. So I just bought this TV from behind me. We can go ahead and plug this TV. And just to prove a point, this does not have any power going to it. It is unplugged. So let's see, will this TV turn on? I just plugged the TV in. Let's see if we get anything. TV on? Come on, man. I just got this television, and I'm actually going to use this as a monitor for video monitoring. This is the new one I got. This only costs like 180 bucks. There's the power button. All right, let's see. Do we get a picture? Do we get anything? Why isn't this thing turning on? There we go. Oh, here we go. So it's starting up. And it's probably going to say that no signal detected, so it's going to probably turn off. Let's see here. Yep, no signal HDMI 1. Okay, we're good. AC power is working then. You guys could probably hear that beeping. That means the UPS is working and active. So we're going to go ahead and turn this off. So, that reminds me, I need to go get myself a Class D fire extinguisher. I don't have one. I have one at the old house, but I don't have one here. They're really expensive and they're kind of toxic sometimes, depending on what they use. If it's halon or halotron. Actually, halon is illegal now. I think it's e-halon, or I don't remember the name of the damn chemical, but it's a level, it's a Class D fire extinguisher, which is used for putting out metal fires and such like that. Let's see. Fixation 500 says, is it 8K VR? Is that an 8K VR TV? No, it is not. It's actually 1080p. But you can watch 8K VR on it if you wanted to. Techman TY says, I use a 300 watt heat gun. Oh, that's a good idea. I have a, you know what? Hold on a second. We're gonna have some fun, okay? I'm gonna go get a heater just right there. I'm gonna get a 1500 watt heater and see what happens. We're gonna make this UPS cry. We're gonna make it cry, guys. I just have it buried over here. I'm sure you guys can still hear me, I hope. Gonna get it out of its little hole. Oh, okay. Bring it over here. Okay. So, here, my friends, I have a electric space heater, and this is what I use to heat the house. Obviously, I don't use mining rigs at all. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know why you would even say that. Come on, there we go. So just cut the cable off the cord. Let's see how hard we can push this UPS. Before I actually do this, so let me read the rest of chat to make sure I didn't miss anything. Tegman TY says all the tools are up high. All the tools are up high. What do you mean? Oh, like the drill that's about to fall off the table? Let's see. Some electrical tape and your good GTG. Yeah, put the faceplate back on. I did put the faceplate back on, man. It was having issues. I wanted to test it before I put it on, right? Soul7 says, now in the parking lot and eating Taco Bell and watching this. So you made it. Okay. Soul7 says, soon you'll be in the back. So Fixation 500 says, soon you'll be in the bathroom watching this. Johnny English Tech says, cheaper to buy sand by the bucket. Yes, it is. I actually buy them by the bag. I used to buy a lot of sand, but not anymore. Fixation 500 says, no way will 1500 watts work. John English, it probably has 3 settings. Soul7 says, what happened to the stream? Oh, Shinji just popped the breaker. No. I'm plugging this into the UPS, okay? All right, it probably won't even work. I'm gonna try the lowest setting. It's only 1000 watts. We'll see how long we can go. May want to do low setting, inductive loads hard on UPS. Is it? I don't think this is technically an inductive load because it's not a motor. But I don't know. I actually don't know how that works. But yeah, I'm gonna start with the lowest setting. Matt Bloomfield says, TS, what do you mean about a battery going bad with time? So it's called calendar aging. Basically, batteries that we have right now are not, we don't really have commercially available solid state batteries, okay? Those last a lot longer. They are basically orange juice and 2 anodes in there, a cathode and anode. Eventually the orange juice is going to go bad, right? It's chemical. All the batteries we have that are commercially available are chemical, and that means eventually the chemicals and all the anode and the cathode, all the stuff inside will eventually go bad with time. And that's just the nature of stuff. Like, you know, us humans, we go bad with time. Things start falling apart. Our cells start doing crazy things. We get cancer. Same thing with batteries. Batteries go bad with time. If you have a battery and then just leave it somewhere and you don't use it for a long time, like 20 years, 30 years, it probably will go bad and either discharge itself or have little to no voltage left. So that's what I mean by that. Let's see here. John English Tech says, it's like us, man. We start the clock from the day we leave the shop. Shop equals womb. Yes. I would even argue it all, this might be kind of controversial. It all starts when our original biology before we're born is altered and we become male. If you know what I'm talking about, then you know exactly what I mean. But if you don't, then don't worry about it. All right, we're gonna go ahead and turn this UPS on. And it is not plugged in. Okay, UPS is on. Oh, did the camera just go out of focus? It did. All right, there, we're back in focus. That was weird. It was like focusing on my head. So the UPS is on. Let's turn this heater on. And we're gonna put on the mode. We're gonna put on low. And let's see what happens. No, it's too warm in here. I gotta tell this to go higher in temperature. All right, it's on. I have it on the lowest setting. It's on. Oh yeah, that thing is definitely putting heat out, but the UPS is beeping and it probably has a message on the front. Yep, it says overprotection overload, and it just turned off. So even the low setting was too much on this thing, huh? Hey, I gotta say though, this thing handled it like a champ for like, I don't know, 10 seconds? Alright, so I just turned the UPS off. Let me look at the heating modes. It's a Doctor heater, 1500 watt. I think, so I believe the low mode on this is 1000 watts. And if I recall correctly, this UPS can only handle a constant load of like 800 watts, actually. Even though it's rated for 1000, it can only do a constant of 800. My 1500 watt UPS can actually only do a constant load of 1200. So I remember that. Let's see. Matt Bloomfield smiley face. Yeah, I hope that makes sense. Let me know if you have any other questions. John English Tech says, haha, yes. Soul7 says, LMO, no, it's looking at Pikachu. Oh, it was yeah, so if I go out of frame, like completely out, it'll focus on Pikachu because it thinks, my camera's AI thinks Pikachu is a person. Now, as you all know, my camera that I use is a Sony a7S III, and that's made by who? The Japanese. And Pikachu looks just like a Japanese yellow person, right? I'm joking, joking. Don't cancel me. I don't know why, but the camera AI is actually detecting Pikachu's face as a human. And I have it right now, the camera to set to track human face. So no matter where I am in frame, it should always stay focused on me, no matter how close or far I get. And it's actually really good, but sometimes when I go out of frame, it focuses on Pikachu. So I might have to move him around because I can't be having the camera just randomly focus on Pikachu. Let's see here. Soul7 says, killed it. Yep, yeah, definitely killed it. It didn't last very long. That UPS probably can only handle 150 watts with a surge rate of 500. No, it's a server grade UPS, and I've actually tested it up to 800 watts on my PC, and it handled it just fine constantly. Techman TY batteries, no charge after 2 years, LOL. Yeah, I know, right? Even though they haven't been charged for 2 years, they still have a charge in them. That's crazy. John English, oh dang, that's high. Yep. Matt Bloomfield, absolutely. Enjoying the knowledge. Thanks, TS. Yeah, you're welcome, man. You're welcome. PowerMind says, TekShinji, if I want to get internet from one building to another that's not the same grid, how could you do that cheap by chance? Okay, well, everyone has a different definition of cheap. For me, cheap is under $1 million, you know, because I'm rich, obviously. That's why I have all this, right? No, I'm joking, guys. I'm not rich. I have a normal job. I just save my money. More information. Like if it was me, and it was a remote building, but it obviously had power, I'd probably use like Ubiquiti. What the hell is it called? They're like long range repeaters. So you mount it to your house and you aim it at the building, and then you aim the receiver at it. So now it's like you have a direct connection. Linus actually made a video where he like shot a 1 gigabit connection across the river. It goes pretty far. If it was me, I'd set that up. I'd set those 2 antennas up, fix them in position, and then you got a solid connection that, and you know, barring like, I don't know, a truck driving right in front of it that's super high or whatever, you got a solid connection that way. More long term, I probably just get internet run to the building, like through the cable company. Or, you know, get a phone set up as a hotspot. I mean, those only cost like $40 a month. So at least I could get a hotspot for $40 a month in here in America. I don't know how much it is over there in Canada. Let's see. Techman TY says, get direct burial if outside. Yes, that is probably the best way to do it. That'll be stable. That'll be not cheap. It'll be a lot of labor. So I don't know, you'd have to bury conduit, right? Probably 150 to 200 feet, maybe a little longer. Yeah, I mean, if it's not an area where there's a lot of traffic, I just go buy direct burial outside cable and just get like 500 feet. All right, I think I'm back. I had this problem last week. I had this problem last week, and I thought I fixed it. This is the problem. The Sony NFP battery, and thought I fixed it, but I didn't. The problem is on this camera with external power, it still drains faster than the battery. I just got text from people. Thank you for everyone that let me know that I was having issues. Appreciate it, man. Let's see, make sure I got okay. Yeah, so that was lame, but I thought I fixed that damn problem. I'll make sure it's fixed later. Oh yeah, you guys are saying it in chat as well. Rip stream. Cams died. UPS went out. Man down. NSA's got him. Come on, I don't do anything that sketchy. Government, I'm on a watch list for sure, but it was the effing UPS. No, the UPS isn't even connected to the studio yet. So what I need to do on the camera is figure out a way to power it externally that can also go continuously for like hours. And that might be just getting a dummy battery and sticking it in the camera, because believe it or not, that camera is recording like extremely high bit rate, all this really high-end stuff, and it takes a lot of energy. And these only last about 40 minutes to an hour, which, I mean, if you think about it, that's a lot of time for a little tiny battery like this. Fixation 500 says, got a virus from AK footage. Yeah, no. Jeff Bezos got him. Yeah, nothing like that. Anyways, guys, we're gonna go into the ending portion of the stream, so you guys have any questions or anything, let me know. Other than that, we'll go ahead and end the stream, and if you're in the Discord, I'll be on tonight playing some DMZ, so if you want to come by and hang out, if you want to chat or whatever, might have dinner first, then play some games, maybe hang out with you guys, watch some videos, whatever. And I'll give you guys a moment to respond. Projects coming up. So I know Matt Bloomfield there, you were asking about the Tesla battery. So the Tesla battery is actually not LFP. It'd be really nice if it was, because then it'd last like the whole life of the house, right? It'll last a long time. They're still the traditional lithium batteries that uses cobalt and palladium. I forget that it's the original, the lithium ion chemistry, the one that's more energy dense. And it's fine. I mean, the chances of it catching on fire, there's a chance, but it's not legally allowed to be mounted in an area where there's a residential setting. It has to be outside or in a garage. I don't think it can even be in the basement. It has to be like in a non-residential area. Those batteries are designed to last for 15 to 20 years or something like that. The warranty, I believe, is 10 years. The panels, or the solar roof has a 25-year warranty, which is nice. And the reason why I went with Tesla, well, it's a big company and they are funded by our lovely government. So I don't think they're going to let them fail anytime soon. Let's see. Matt Bloomfield says, thanks, Tech. Yeah, you're welcome, man. You're welcome. And my last, it's TEK, but Tech works as well. Flow7 says, I can't play games. You didn't bring your laptop with you, buddy? bring your laptop with you and a battery, and you can play games from your car. Techman TY says, had fun, peeps. Put some pics of what I've been doing in general. You put some pics of what you have been doing in general. Okay, cool, awesome. I'll go take a look. PowerMind says, Tech, I don't know if those are good prices. What are we talking about? Good prices? Did I miss something? Let me see. I don't see anything about pricing. Just I'm going to be ending the stream here in a moment. So if you want, just drop your questions in our Discord, linked in the description below if you're not already in it. In the Discord, go to the questions section and just @ me there or something and ask your question there, because I don't see it here. All right, guys, thank you to everyone that came to watch this stream. We are continuously improving things. Like I put the sub counter right up here this time, right? It's up here now, so you guys can see that. It used to be behind me, but you can't see it because I use such shallow depth of field, you can never see it. So I put the sub counter right up here. I fixed the top cam so it's less at a tilted angle. That big TV that I had up here, that's gonna be mounted right in front of me, up on top on the wall in front of me. I'm gonna have 2 TVs up there, and that is gonna be my monitoring system, so I can see what's going on. So one of them will be the top cam, which is this cam right here. The other one will be my OBS studio. That way I know exactly what's going on during a live stream and stuff. Right now I'm using a little tiny computer right here with a monitor up there, and it's not really that great. So hopefully I get that all set up. It's gonna look great. It only cost me $200 for that 40-inch TV and the mount arm. So hopefully that looks really good when I get that set up. Do a studio tour one day. Let's see. All right, guys, thank you to everyone that joined us. We'll see you same bad time, same bad channel next week, guys. Remember to come join our Discord if you're not already in it, guys. And have a wonderful night. We'll see y'all later. Bye-bye.